Good morning, everyone. It is January 7th. It is a little after 11, and I had the feeling of talking about this on my heart. So, obviously, if I have something on my heart, I declared it for the year of 2021 that I need to talk about it. I originally wanted to come on here and talk about my vision board, which I still will get to, but there are a lot of things that are happening in this world. We already knew that 2020 was a really hard year and it was a really tough frame of time for a lot of people, and it was very sad and very tragic, and there was really nothing that we could do. And I feel like it goes without saying that we felt very disconnected from the world. We felt so much loss and we felt just everything negative. And with the little light of positivity that we had, we were able to get through and conquer through 2020. So that was a huge blessing in itself. Then we get to 2021 and we're like, okay, even though for me in my mind, I know that no matter what time of the year it is, no matter that it's a new calendar year, everything that happened yesterday is still going to be, very relevant to the next day, just because the clock turned midnight on January 1st, the next year. So to me, it just does not matter. But I know as time goes on, as the years goes on, things change. So I try to keep up with the times regardless. I always thought that vision boards were, something that people in training sessions and stuff like that just made you do, just to cut up some magazines and just paste some stuff on a big old cardboard thing. But as I got older, it became so much more of a bigger deal, and it helps you literally just brain dump everything that you've been wanting to do, everything that has just been sitting in the back of your mind for however long. It makes you just throw everything on there, and it helps you create a timeline for all the different things that you want to do. It helps you actually see, instead of just thinking randomly at random times in the middle of the day, like, oh my God, I think I want to do this, I think I want to do that, why haven't I done this, why haven't I done that? It helps you really just say, okay, so I have this right here on this piece of paper, I have this over here. What do I need? What are the little steps that I need to do in order to accomplish this huge goal over here? Okay, so once I accomplish that, I can put a star next to that and I can go on to the next one. It's all laid out there for you. So right before the new year appeared, I made this huge goal board, and I have several goals that I need to accomplish. I haven't given myself a time frame. It's just when it happens, it happens. And if it all happens this year, that is a huge blessing. So the biggest thing that I have on my goal board is to train to compete in a bikini competition. I can't word right, so bear with me. Like I said yesterday, it has been amazing finding a coach that helps me figure out where I want to go, what I want to do, that is not just about the numbers, that's not just about money, who just wants to take your money. She actually cares about the person that you are and the individual goals that you have for yourself. So I'm just very thankful that I have found someone who is skilled and trained and qualified in all of the things that I want to be qualified in. Another thing that I wanted was for my coaching business. As if any of you know, I am a health coach myself, so I have specific goals that I want for my business. And so I listed the small individual goals as to how I can accomplish that huge goal in my business. Another thing was vacations. All last year, we could not travel. I traveled one time. No, lie. Traveled twice. One at the beginning of the year and once at the end of the year. And I feel like all year it was like as if we were just stuck. We were all stuck. Like I said before, disconnected from the world, it felt like. And so another one was to travel. Another one was my education. I have a lot of goals for my education where I see myself going, and after my education that I want to set forth right now, after this little path is finished, then I have a set of goals that I want to create or that I have created for after that's done. So it's like the biggest thing with these vision boards is it, like I said as well in the beginning, it just creates this huge positive space for yourself, because in your mind you've got a lot of things going on. I know how I am. I have one thing over here, and a million things in between. And when you create this board, I mean, it literally just makes, and then I put stickers all around that say, you are capable. Don't lose your faith. I choose to be happy, because being happy is always a choice. You always have that option to, you know, if something bad happens, then you can sit here and say, it is what it is, and just continue on with a smile on your face and just keep it moving. So I genuinely feel like you choose to be happy. I have palm trees all over this board. I have, you know, focus on the good, focus on the positive, and it tells me, actually, I can. You have to stop saying that you can't do something, because you are the one that is capable of doing those things or that thing or whatever it is that you want to do. If it's in here, put it out on a board. Brain dump on a board. And honestly, that's the biggest thing. That is how you conquer goals in this life. Write it all down. Brain dump it out. Keep looking at it every single day. The biggest tip that I have, which I'll end out with this, the biggest tip that I have for vision boards is, instead of it sitting to the side collecting dust, you have to make sure you maintain it. You have to set aside a notepad right next to it. Before bed, make a list of all the things that you want to do the next day in the morning. So when you go wake up in the next morning, instead of scrolling through Instagram, through Twitter, through Facebook, wherever, instead of scrolling on social media, you look at that list and you say, what are the things that I need to get accomplished? Okay, these are the set things on my vision board that I want to get accomplished. How do I do that? Okay, I do this, 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 and this. Okay, so that's one thing checked off. And then that night, after you do all those things, you get back on that notepad and you write down the things that you accomplished that day that pertain to this vision board, and then you check off those things. Then you proceed to see if there are any things on that list that you made the previous night that you did not accomplish. You check those off and you say, why did you not accomplish that? Did you not have enough time? What could you do differently? Then once you're done with that, make the next list, which is the list that you made before from the previous night, of what are the next lists of goals that you can accomplish the next day, and what is your daily goal? What are the things that you want to do the next day? So you continuously repeat that, and I promise you, before the year's up, by the year is over, by the next year, by the middle of the next year, however long it takes, there's no time frame on how long you have before you can complete these goals that you have. You have a lifetime before you need to complete these goals. I promise you that. So by the time all these goals are all checked off, you will feel so relieved. And guess what? You are never going to stop having these goals. Never stop. Never become complacent, because once you do that, then it's over. You give up. You always have to stay hungry. So as you check off these goals, create new ones. And honestly, that's all I have to say. So if you like this, click the like button. If you want to subscribe, go on ahead and subscribe. Let's try to grow this channel. And then, until the next time.